Okay, so now I'm going to be going over the actual ticket itself and going over kind of all the different things and um, where to find everything. So in the last video, we created this ticket here. It's a Trek Madone and it needs a tube install and a wheel true. So we already created that. We added the hook in. We printed the intake tag. If we wanted, we could have sent them a service notification. Um, but yeah, so say now bike is in the back. We're going to be working on the bike, and let's say I needed maybe this tube didn't work for whatever reason, and I don't need it anymore, and I need a new one. So what I'm going to do here is I see this service, this tube install, or sorry, I'll go. This is the service itself is the tube install. What I can do is say, hey, this part here, this tube, we don't need it anymore. So I can remove it. And ask me to confirm. Yep, don't need it anymore. It's gonna take a minute to remove it. Now it's gone. Um, but like I said, that tube didn't work. So let's add in a different tube. So here you're gonna add in any extra parts. So say you're doing a standard tune, and it needs, I don't know, it might need a pedal or a spoke or anything like that. This is where you're gonna scan those in after you've already created the ticket. So say we're gonna scan in this, whatever that is. That's the barcode, and this is going to be a tube, and it's a 26 by 2.0 because the 1.7 didn't work or whatever. You add in the price here, and you add the part. Boom. Now that part is all added, and now it's back onto the ticket again. So now our SKUs are all going to match up into our POS system. Um, you can see here this POS checkout barcodes. This is where all your barcodes are going to appear. So we had that tube install. Here's the SKU for that. Had the wheel true. Here's the SKU for that. Here's that tube we just added. And here's the barcode for that one. And all your prices are going to be here. All the labels on taxes, quantity, everything like that. You can remove the just the barcodes as well. So that's for adding any extra parts. Say while you're going through the bike and you talk to the customer and the customer says, hey, you know what, let's do a standard tune to the bike or something like that. You have this big add service button here. You just do add service. It's going to bring you to and show all the different services that you offer. So you're going to search up whatever you want. Standard tune is already up there, but search for it. Boom, adding standard tune. You can add it. And now under our services, the standard tune is going to pop up. And your price is going to change. Everything will match up. Your SKU for their standard tune is now going to pop up. So it's going to print out on the outtake page or outtake tag. Um, and yeah, so that's for adding any service, adding any parts. Like I said, when we send notifications, you can send a custom message as well. So say, hey, we're doing the standard tune now. Here's a price update. It's going to send them their new quoted total, and you could say, this added the standard tune price is now updated. Something like that. And you could send them the text. So I'll send it now. SMS sent. Perfect. When I scroll down now to our notification history, you can now see that, hey, uh, we sent them a text and, it's logged in our system. So this incoming SMS, this is where you're going to see any text messages that we have received from that customer. So, for example, I sent this text a long time ago. Uh, uh, just said, looks good. And so any new text that gets sent back to us, this is where they're going to pop up. Um, if you want to change the status, so say, oh, okay, we've done all the work and everything like that, you can change the status of the individual item. So you can change it to open, in progress, all the way down to finished. Once that is finished, you could go up to the status and you could say, oh, it's finished. It's now going to pop up in this finished tickets section compared to our schedule. So I'll go back into the ticket here. Or say we text them and we're waiting for the response. They haven't responded back yet. We don't know. Um, you get to set as waiting for a response. So then on our service tickets page, when we go to our schedule, we have a waiting for a response. We have that one there, and oh, there's our tag there. So that's all the status changes here. Like I said, they're all custom, so you could change them to whatever you want and have it set up whatever way you like. Um, that's pretty much it on the ticket here. If you wanted to pay through RSM, you could grab a card on file and charge them through Stripe. If you wanted to log your payment, say you're charging through another POS system like DRS, you could log however much they're paying here, whether it was in cash or through DRS they paid, check or whatever they paid through. The signatures section here, this is for ski adjust and test. Because we're dealing with bindings, we need to have the customer sign, making sure that all the information is correct. This doesn't apply to the bikes, but there's a separate video on this as well. So um, that's about everything. You have then more notes. If you wanted to add more notes, they're here. If you wanted to add notes for each specific parts, you can add them, or each specific service. And you could add, your notes specifically for the bike itself or the items. Um, yeah, that's about everything on the ticket here. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video going over the outtake.